All right, we back. Another edition of Training Camp Battles. I think it's our third one. So we talking about the cornerbacks. Today you got a few other guys outside the loop in this picture. You got Marcus Cooper. You got Jamal Agnew. So really, who gonna start at the second cornerback spot? And then, what if, Darius Slay don't come back? I'll chop it up about that. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Those links in the description. Hit the subscribe button, bell icon button if you haven't. Share the video. And if we just talking Darius Slay come back because next year is a lockout year. Could be a lockout year for the players. And he ain't losing money 2 years. But let's just say Darius Slay do come back in this hypothetical. Who is going to play the second cornerback spot opposite of him, starting role? Now, in years past, it's been Nevin Lawson. He shared time with DJ Hayden. Teez Tabor got a little time there. Just didn't seem to be able to adjust to the speed in NFL. So one of the things, let's start off with him. One of the things I didn't like about Teez Tabor coming out of Florida, he ran like a 4.7 at the combine. And people was like, well, Sherman ran this and this guy ran that. He got great technique, great ball skills. This wasn't Lions fans saying this. This was, people I know from my days down south in the SEC country said he got unbelievable ball skills. He'd be all right. And he hasn't really been able to, adjust with the NFL speed, and it's been too fast for him. I would say he should change to a safety. But they still start him at corner, and Bob Quinn ain't gave up on him. Obviously, he don't want to have an F on his report card for that second-round draft pick. So you start off there. And if he has adjusted with the speed, he's been working with Chad Johnson. Most younger kids know him as Ocho Cinco. Maybe he got the inside track. He do got great ball skills when he able to, be comfortable, and he able to, get comfortable with the game speed and just be comfortable being on the island. But I really had no belief in him because I see him get pulled after one series, him not be able to run. It's just he a bad fit. He a bad fit. But also another wild card here, I want to get the wild cards out the way, is Jamal Agnew. But he more of an inside guy. He was a really good corner for he played? Went to San Diego University. He was a really good corner there. And it takes some adjustment, man. Darrelle Revis wasn't Revis Island the first year or two in the NFL. It takes time. And I think Jamal Agnew is going to be a solid slot corner. May it be the dime, may it be the nickel, may it be that hybrid safety nickel position. Nobody really knew Quadre was going to be that nickel corner that could play the safety position. I mean, that's a rarity. I mean, only, top corner or top safety off bat that I really know that's really good at both. That could just play both is the kid Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, played for Kansas City now out of LSU. And then I had the kid from Northern Illinois. He really never found his niche out there with the 49ers. He's still there. He was a guy I really liked coming out the draft. Was it Jimmy Ward? He had the ability to play the nickel corner and be a safety. I don't know if they just lost in the shuffle, but they re-signed him this year, I think. So maybe he'll show up. But yeah, Agnew is a guy, I think, he'll get it. The nickel position is one of the tougher positions in the NFL because you can go either way. You on the outside in the corner, that the boundary could be your 12th defender. So when you in the nickel, you can go left, you can go right, you can go up, you can go, you can go on a comeback. The nickel position is everybody can't play on. It's an acquired taste. That's what they brought Justin Coleman in. So you got Jamal Agnew before the injury last year that played the nickel. You got Coleman that's probably going to play the nickel. Good way to segue into Coleman. They think about starting Coleman at the second cornerback position as well too. He in competition for that spot, even though I think he primarily is a nickel corner from what I hear. I really ain't broke down film on him. I'm guessing if Darius Slay don't come back, then they gonna probably play him at the second cornerback position and probably do Agnew in the slot. So, but Coleman is the candidate I've been told to play on that corner opposite from Darius Slay as well. But I think his money is gonna be made in the nickel. I think the boy I don't know, I just forgot his name. Jamal Agnew money is gonna be made playing kick return, punt return, and then dime packages, if be. But he good backup to have. I think he learned a lot from getting fried last year in the nickel cornerback position. and he has some good stats in San Diego University. So I think he'll get it. You know, people want you to come to the NFL and learn how to hit the ground rolling. In cornerback position, you only got so many Marshawn Lattimore for New Orleans and Marcus Peters. You know, very, very few guys coming to NFL and hit the ground rolling as rookies at the cornerback position. Very, very, very few. So I'm you know, Agnew, give him a couple years. You know, Teez Tabor, I feel like he had his time, but if he improved, they say he looked good in shirts and the shorts. Well, that shirts and shorts, you put them pads on, it's a different ball game now. You got the guy from the Raider Nation, Rashad Melvin, undrafted, just like Justin Coleman. He was from Northern Illinois. It's funny, we say Northern Illinois, talking about Jimmy Ward. 29 years old, good length, but he just didn't fit the Raider scheme fit. They said he was horrible out there last year, so maybe the scheme fit would be more for him. Longer corner. Heard he did a good job on covering Antonio Brown. I think they said last year. I heard some Lions fans say that, but he a dark horse. You know, I think he a likely candidate to take over that position for a lot of Lions fans. But from what I heard from the Raider people, like he just burnt. They call him burnt toast. We pretty much swapped Nevin Lawson, our burnt toast, for Rashad Melvin, our burnt toast. But if the system out there fit Lawson better and the system fit Rashad Melvin better over here, then you never know. But he in the mix, and then you have the Amani Oruwariye from Penn State, one of the guys I loved on film, 1-year starter at Penn State that might kind of put him back, but he got good ball skills. He turned his head around. He ran a 4.4 something at the combine. A lot of people were surprised. Real long corner. Obviously, with the lack of experience, he probably got to clean up on technique. But if everything even, I think obviously they ease him into the starting lineup like they did Darius Slay and just throw him out there because he ain't going to do nothing but get better. But he a real long specimen, can play the ball, can turn his head around, play the ball to height, real long arms. I love this film, but it's probably going to take some time to get used to the NFL. But he might come in and do better than Teez Tabor because the guy that I'm picking to take the least take this the number 2 spot because I know he's hungry. I know he want to get paid. He went undrafted. We got 3 undrafted corners on here. We got Rashad Melvin, Justin Coleman, and my guy to win it is Michael Ford. Excuse me. Yep, Michael Ford. That's the guy I think gonna win it. I like what he did last year. He came in. They were about 6 foot. Real gamer. He played really, really well. No training camp. You give him a training camp. You give him a team to be with. Hopefully, you know, he hungry. He worked out strong, but he had really good technique, really good speed. He was able to, you know, tackle, get his nose in there, and that's the guy I think is going. You know, I'm probably wrong, but I think he's gonna be a Pro Bowler. I think he's gonna be one of those hidden gems for Bob Quinn. Cause I don't know where they found him at, but boy can play. He definitely can play. Hopefully, he stay injury free. But that's the guy I'm picking to be the second cornerback. That'll be the second cornerback opposite the Slay. Big, strong kid, man. I don't know where you from, with Southern Missouri or Northern Illinois or Iowa or somewhere like that, but he can play. That's the guy I think I'll win the position. If I had to go in order, I think it's going to be Mike Ford. I think it's going to be Rashad Melvin, Oruwariye, and then Teez Tabor. I just don't think Teez Tabor is going to change, but hopefully I'm wrong. And I think Coleman is going to be the nickel. Agnew going to back him up in the nickel, play the dime. You got Cooper that's going to be special teams. Agnew going to return kicks and punts. So I think that's the way it's going to be, man. I like Michael Ford. I think Slay going to come back in due time. I would just pay Slay. He one of your homegrown guys. He one of the guys that been here. And, you know, the Detroit Lions just got a check for almost $280 million. Pay the dude, man. I don't know why they acting so cheap, man, but it is what it is. You know, they do got all the leverage. Him and Snacks got 2 years left, plus could be heading to a lockout year next year. But Mike Ford, I got him winning the position. Not saying I'm some type of super duper expert, but I like his game a lot. I like his backstory. He gritty. He get a full camp, full off season under his belt. Hopefully he stay healthy. You know, that's the thing about camp. Health, camp and preseason is big thing on health. And, you know, health can turn the NFL from one side to the other side. So it can change a lot of things. You know, Drew Brees go down or you know, Saquon go down or Carson Wentz go down, then looking a little bit different. But I think Mike Ford gonna win. Let me know who you think gonna win this second cornerback position. I think if Slater really don't come in, I think Ford, Coleman, and Agnew probably gonna be your 3. If not, Melvin, keep Colvin in the slot. But don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Motor City Sports Talk. Don't forget to check out the channel, Goodfellas Sports TV, for more sports news and music.